And again, the turnover by the Mavericks.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And with as many three-point... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And so it's Dallas with it. Victory eluded them the last time they faced the Warriors.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
If they can clean up the turnovers and make better decisions, it should be a much closer game this time around.
And so in the game for the Warriors, Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. MP is out there with Brandon Pajemski, and it's Peyton in at the 3, the small forward.
There is no question Davis is a top 10 talent in this league when healthy. But unfortunately, he's dealt with several injuries throughout the years.
And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Knicks played some superb basketball. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he falls.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now.
Baseline, melodies, got me, so cold, all day, all night, can't we?
And so it's Dallas with it. Their last game, a win against the Suns, looking to carry it into this one.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
It was a total team effort, and let's give credit to the front office. This is exactly what they have.
And again for 3.
The threes just don't stop with him. He's been a machine from beyond the arc ever since the start of the season.
He continues to shoot his way up the history books and now sits solely by himself for 3rd most made threes in a season. Tim, you got into the NBA media very quickly after your playing days. Were you naturally drawn to this side of the game?
Well, B.A., I think I always saw the game as a coach would, trying to watch all 10 players at the same time. So for me, the ability to stay connected to the game while also talking about it and hopefully teaching people really is what's drawn me to it from the beginning.
And no suffering the L from the broadcast team.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream with the money. Dollar, dollar, bill,
shop. Staying alive was no job.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Tobias Harris out there with Davis. Then it's Hardy, then it's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against New York was outstanding. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Allie, we appreciate the update. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. D'Angelo Russell out there with Hardy. Then it's Najee Marshall. Then there's Harris, and it's Davis at the 5. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, NP in the last...
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Marshall right side. And one thing you hear coaches say all the time, Doris, finish the cut.
The reason being you have to let the passer know exactly what you're going to do. If you stop short, so often the ball ends up out of bounds.
D'Angelo Russell is out there with Hardy. Then there's Davis. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. MP out there with Pajemski. And it's Payton in at the small forward position. Greg, you think about the value of those stage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years.
So on the floor for Golden State, Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. MP is out there with Brandon Pajemski, and it's Payton in at the 3 slot.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship, period. Guys?
All right, thank you, Allie. You know, it seems like players today have more freedom with their shot selection than ever before, Ken.
Yeah, B.A., there's no question about it. I think you could actually make the argument coaches are particular in a different way. They're looking more for threes, layups, and dunks, not as much from the mid-range, and if you can add that shot, really makes you stand out.
So interesting. I've seen coaches take players out for not shooting open shots.
Oh, I wish I had that coaching when I played.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score. They are really struggling to stop this run.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
Here's Hardy. No points yet. Russell finds Davis. Back to Russell. Some nice ball movement by Dallas. Marshall can't hit. And here are the Warriors now. Huge run right now for them, going 19-2. Left side, Pajemski. Pass to Kuminga. From deep. Knocks down the long J. Kuminga's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
There is no doubt about it. They've done a great job minimizing all of the external factors.
Now here's Harris. Coming in off 12 points in his last outing. The shot by Russell, no good.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. MP's got 47 points. Here's Hardy. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Fires the three. The shot by Russell, no good.
He just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team's desperately in need of a spark.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Marshall outside. Pass to Russell. Drops in the layup for two.
Just 1 of 6 this quarter. Trying to shoot his way out of this funk.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
You know, it's no secret that MP is a confident guy. But what I really like is that most of the time he lets his play do the talking for him.
First one falls for him. And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to contention. And look at them. They're making some bold moves there along the way.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Gafford, he's checked in for Harris. Flag comes in for Marshall. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Hardy. And Irving is subbed in for Russell. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. 30 straight for them is incredible. They now only trail the 71-72 Lakers for the longest winning streak in NBA history.
Yeah, look, I've been on some teams that had some great runs. It is so hard because you have to be talented. You've got to be 100% bought in, but then you also need some luck. 50-50 balls bouncing your way. They're getting all of that and then some.
They double-team Thompson. Pass to Flag. Here's Thompson. Jacks up a three. Offensive board. Irving for three. Here's Gafford.
All I ever wanted was a black grand national. Being rational, giving what they asked for.
Full 24-second shot clock. Doris, you talk about the great scores. It's not enough to be elite one-on-one. You've got to be able to handle the double team, too. I mean, there's a lot there.
On a nightly basis, Kevin, these are the best defenses in the world, scheming.
And so it's Dallas with it. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Thompson and Flagg fill out the wings. Davis out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Irving in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Knicks was outstanding. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff there, Allie. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Stephen Curry's out there with MG. Then there's Moses Moody. Then it's Barnes. And it's Butler in a power forward. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie Irving, so admired by his head coach. And Jason Kidd said Kai is a special dude. He wants to be...
Right past me, slap wrong. Not all pain turns to Teflon. If it's my soul, that's a bet bro. Blue face patience, they text the grip long. Money be your path when you trying to swim. And your vision is...
And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. Next up on the schedule, the Clippers. That'll be a home game. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Thompson and Flagg. So it's Dallas with it. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
In a hostile environment like that, the bench energy can really make a difference for your starter.
Kyrie and Clay pair up to make the backcourt. A pair of first overall picks.
Yeah. Now they impressed. They used to tell us we should quit, but now we know. Keep us in the loop.
Tell me what we on, I'm on the same. If I plan because ain't nice, I hate them. Yeah, I feel the safest when the club let me bring.
So it's the Mavericks now. Last time they lost to the Warriors.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler is out there with Barnes. Then it's Curry. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Alston in at the point. Now we'll hear from Allie Lepore since she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Knicks is outstanding. He dropped an amazing number of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Nice work there, Allie. Thank you. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They host the Clippers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And on the way from Irving for 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
He just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
MP's shot is good.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3. The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Irving finds Davis. Back to Irving to end the cold streak. Fires the 3.
Full 24-second shot clock. 1:35 left in the first half. Richard, looking at your career, 17 years in the league. How'd you survive the grind of a regular season that many years?
Well, 1, you got to take care of your body, and 2, evolution is the key to success. I was a different player when I was year 3.
Full 24-second shot clock. So it's the Mavericks now. Last time they lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
They just committed too many mistakes. It was impossible to overcome.
And it's small and power forward. It'll be flagged in Davis. Irving and Thompson are the guard set. And it's Gafford in at center. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. 12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And here's Irving after the 3-pointer from Stephen Curry. Flat.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Kyrie and Clay pair up to make the backcourt. A pair of first overall picks in the front court. Flagg and Davis. And it's Gafford in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Irving finds Davis to snap the cold streak. They get it again. Gafford with the bucket.
Just another day in the office for Daniel Gafford. Collect an offensive rebound and put it back.
MP drives it. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that? Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
Thompson passes to Davis. Thompson outside. And so it's the Golden State Warriors showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. We'll be right back after this word.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, their defensive effort uninspiring, like Kenny's acting career.
Oh, okay. I'm not even going to go through the films that you in. Stay in your lane, brother. Stay in your lane.
And time for a look here at how the West is shaping up as we continue to work our way through this season.
Taking a look here at Dallas, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the floor for the Warriors. They've got MP, Butler out there with Bogdanović. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Curry in it to 2. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against New York was outstanding. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Okay. Allie, thanks a lot. And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Well, Doris, one of the highest compliments you'll hear about ball handlers is saying you can't speed them up.
That's exactly right, B.A., because pressure against the best players doesn't bother them. In fact, the greatest players want more than one defender, because then they know that puts their team at an advantage if they can make great decisions.
Pass to Bogdanović. Back to MP. Here's Curry. Just 3 to shoot. A deep 3 from MP.
Sweats and tees, no unnecessary accessories. The goat just for features. Proceed with. But net that I'm hitting my celly. If you wanna check on me, they hit my celly.
Irving against Austin. Curry on the wing. Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
And it's small and power forward. It'll be Flagg and Davis. Irving and Thompson are the guard set. And it's Gafford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Knicks was outstanding. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jimmy Butler.
And sometimes you have to adjust your game as Father Time starts to take a toll. And I think we've seen that. He's still a valuable contributor. And look, what he may be doing less in terms of raw scoring output, his veteran presence certainly offsets.
You cannot play worse offensively, although he's...
And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. Straight. Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability, unquestionably, the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will, either.
A pair of first overall picks in the front court. Flag and Davis. Kyrie and Clay pair up to make the backcourt. And it's Gafford in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Knicks played some superb basketball. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Oh, great stuff, Allie. It really was some night for him.
Too young, but I had to learn how to maneuver. Remember when I see my nana up on the couch, I asked what happened and then it the news. Yeah, I was way too young to lose it. Yeah, I was so young and I stupid. Yeah, I started acting all foolish. Yeah, wanted to pull out the rule. Yeah, I knew what happened.
Do not like.
Irving and Thompson are the guard set. In its small and power forward, it'll be Flag and Davis. And it's Gafford in at the 5 spot.
I think I'm up on the weekend. Most of it was real. Don't know what you're thinking, hey, keep running about the money. Good times, it's gonna be some good times. Man, we used to pull up and let them fight at that hood time. Nobody used to tell them about that. It had to pop up tripping, she get that much time. Jesus got the beats, I think our country needs
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Kyrie and Clay pair up to make...
Oh, my
goodness! How about that?
What did he just do? MP showing some insane athleticism.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected can, thanks to AT&T. If you had to say, Richard, what's the most critical component for a team to play effective defense?
I would say being bought in. If players are bought in, you could overcome individual deficiencies.
And it's Irving missing.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
MP, the pass to Bogdanovich. And another dime for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Thompson draws the double. Dallas has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. And it's Irving missing.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
MP, the pass to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Outside Davis. Back to Irving. To stop the run.
And the winner is...
Revelation 6.
It's your birthday. Look at this carefully. Yeah. And hell follows the day.
And here are the Mavericks now. They host the Clippers after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Tim, when you think about how the game is currently being played, how hard do you think it is to defend?
It's a lot tougher than it used to be because you have much more ground to cover defensively with the number of three-point shooters that are on the floor, plus the number of guys that understand how to draw fouls.
And the league changes, don't they, in the way they officiate, so that is kind of an ever-changing way to grasp what you do on the defensive end.
Yeah, the league has tried to help defenders, give them a little bit more leeway because of how difficult it is to defend this level of skill.
Irving and Thompson are the guard set. And it's small and power forward. It'll be Flagg and Davis. And it's Gafford in at the 5, down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last match.
And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Thompson and Flagg fill out the wings. Daniel Gafford is out there with Davis. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, BA. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Knicks played some superb basketball. He dropped an amazing number of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And you really can't sleep on Davis's length, especially on the offensive glass.
And here's MP from outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
The Mavericks have gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. Here's Irving. Here's Flagg outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. MP's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, it's so easy for Kuminga to rise up to the rim.
They double team.
Thompson, if they're going to play 94 feet of defense here, they're going to try to make something happen with the full court press.
Christ dying is a horrible thing. That nothing will follow you. He's walking in your footsteps. He's walking behind you. And he's saying, do that. And there you come.
So you think about game preparation for an opponent. Richard, how different is that in the regular season versus the playoffs?
Oh, there's a significant difference. Not as much time in the regular season. You could be coming off 4 games in 5 nights. But in the playoffs, there is so much detail position by position.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Dallas. Russell comes in for Klay Thompson. Flag is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Davis. Then it's Russell. And it's Irving at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter.
Well, he was very tough as a you know.
I like this move to the full court press, putting some extra pressure on the offense.
So on the floor for Golden State, Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. MP is out there with Brandon Pajemski, and it's Peyton in at the 3. All right, Tim, let me get your thoughts on this NBA rule change. In the quarter heaves don't count toward a player's three-point percentage.
I love it. My paycheck directly reflected my shooting percentage. So we've seen players purposely let that thing go a split second after the horn. I think we should encourage guys to try to make that shot.
Nothing better than the false hustle, let it fly after the buzzer went off. Not anymore, though.
Absolutely. Very, very true.
Here's Flag. He's got 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stop the drought.
Here's Russell. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Harris is out there with Davis. Then it's Russell. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Flag in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Knicks played some superb basketball. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing. Well, this is a big part of his game, creating offense for his team off the glass.
And that one's good.
Boy, despite his efficiency, they just can't get over the hump.
Alston passes to Green. You know, DB, I heard some NBA officials talking about having a feel for the game and them drawing a line between playing aggressive and playing rough. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, Kevin,
I like this move to the full court press, putting some extra pressure on the offense.
On the floor for the Warriors. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. Brandon Pajemski out there with MP. And it's Peyton in at the 3 spot. Grant, looking at Cooper Flagg, his versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against New York was outstanding. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. His numbers from that game jumped off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Good stuff, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Here's what we're not gonna do.
.103 left to play in the third. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. MP out there with Pajemski. And it's Peyton in at the 3 spot. Mavericks shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. Russell finds Irving. Russell passes to Irving. Shot clock at 6. And here's Harris from the arc. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, Harris can be a reliable long-range option, and his team does what they can to get him clean looks.
Back to Alston. Pajemski on the wing. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Pajemski's got 6 in the quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
And Davis gets it to go.
That's just a defensive breakdown. You have to box out Davis.
The 3 from MP. Drains the three-pointer.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
For a different look here. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Tobias Harris. Clyde comes in for Najee Marshall. Klay Thompson is checked in for Hardy. And Irving subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. So, Tim, here's a word you often hear teams talk about. And that's culture. How does an organization create the right culture?
Well, I think, Kevin, you establish core values and then you make those non-negotiable. When everybody connects with that and connects to those values, you really have something special.
Holding on to the rope and pulling in the same direction.
What it's all about.
Sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flagg. Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Irving at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Well, he just checked so many boxes tonight. He got buckets for himself, created for his team, and as a result, he just racked up a triple-double.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
And stolen by NP. Pass to Cole. Now, here's Moody. Back to Alston. Fires for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
To the left wing. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Golden State.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something better.
5 steals were blocked. I mean, I'm so frustrated, so bad.
Very difficult, looks simple right now.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Tim Legler.
But I do.
All right, MP, think about the teams that people love to watch play. The 70s Knicks, the 80s Lakers, the 2000 Kings. So that's Warriors. What do they all have in common?
They all share the ball. And they did it with joy. That's what playmaking is all about. So a great playmaker doesn't just get assists. He's got style too, right? So for the last game in this series on playmaking, I'm going to show you guys how to play the game with some serious style.
All right, so is that over substance?
Never that, Tanner. Never that. We're going to win, but we're going to look good doing it, too. I'm going to drop dimes that'll make your jaw drop. Stuff that only visionaries can do, you know? So, if you're doing something else tonight, don't. You're going to want to see this.
Good luck. Yes, we must be doing a lot. Absolutely not. At all. Not what? Hey, I want to do something different. Okay, what? What's that? Boring. Oh, you guys watch a lot. Seriously?
Why don't you get the young guys together and go, got no build for that. Anything specific?
Fast and move, right, so clear out, and pop and that's really been on a great in the back. The stuff doesn't go for 15 minutes, and scrimmage doesn't catch me. I saw your report on shooting guards. You're focusing on small programs. It's often that on the radar, but 4 or 5 guys
what's the point? That's not a metric that is regulated.
Sure. Don't watch.
I don't know if that's true.
Imagine hundreds of people in your car. Would you be nervous? It's hard to think of what to say next.
Pretty cool stuff. We work early on them too.
Well, I'm off to Belgium. I got a 7-footer there.
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. This is Brian Anderson, taking a look at both of these teams, Stan. What impresses you the most about them?
I would say the overall depth. Both of these teams have a lot of guys they can throw out there in certain situations. And as a coach, that versatility makes a big difference when you're trying to figure out your rotations.
And MP has made it known. For this recent stretch, he's been focused on getting his teammates more involved, distributing the load.
And what you respect about MP, he's made good on his promise to become a better passer. That's not an easy adjustment to make because you may be programmed to do other things. But he's embraced it. He's thinking pass first.